Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome back to Let's Play Subnautica. 1 second here, I need to move my recording screen over to the other side of my second monitor, otherwise it's going to mind flood me. Anyway, last time we left off we found another alien base down here. Got all sorts of things to read, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to all this nonsense. Advanced theories, array species on 546. Different species of ray indigenous to 4546b, each adapted to different environments. Their specimens are 99.99 genetically identical to those encountered on the planet today. Okay, it's saying it's because the ones that were in this cave were like old specimens, so these are mostly the same as the new ones. Suggesting that rays in particular have undergone little evolutionary mutation in the past millennium. Ghost rays, jelly rays, crimson rays, and rabbit rays would all likely share a common evolutionary ancestor. The alpha ray would have evolved deep in the ocean trenches, quickly growing in line with available food supplies. It would have most resembled the ghost ray in size and appearance, with translucent skin for camouflage and forward-mounted eyes for hunting. A vast, fearsome stalker of small predators and creatures in the dark. While some rays have stayed within the limits of the cave systems where they first evolved, others are relatively more recent adaptations to new environments, likely the results of overpopulation. All the rays on 4546b have given up predation in favor of herbivorous scavenging. And use poisonous flesh to protect themselves. Sea dragon egg. Sea dragon egg. This large egg is held in a hermetically sealed environment and has been chemically sterilized. Without the means at the facility to house a full-grown sea dragon specimen, it's possible the alien sought to study. Instead, the egg-laying and incubation process to what end is unclear. Data downloads. Alien data. Scan data. Damaged anchor cable. These thick cables were designed to anchor the nearby facility to the surrounding cave walls. Damage to some of the cabling has resulted in the facility collapsing to the floor. Calculations suggest the damage would require an external percussive force of in excess of 300 tons. Destroyed the facility. Self-warping quarantine enforcer unit. This life form shows signs of heavy genetic modification and extensive mechanical grafting. Digestive and pulmonary systems have been replaced by an onboard battery, receiving energy directly from the main grid and distributing it around the body. Miniaturized phase technology has been implemented beneath its skin and triggered by the central nervous system, allowing the construct to teleport at will. The brain's central nervous system has been digitally augmented with advanced processing power and remote communications. Assessment. Programmable hunter-killer. Avoid. Corp parts. The organic parts on display contain DNA from dozens of different organisms, likely originating off-world. They are in varying states of augmentation. With these advanced technologies, this production line setup suggests these self-warping constructs were built, maintained, and deployed by the aliens that designed this facility. Data damage report. Leviathan detected at facility perimeter, closing in at high speed. Exterior anchor cable impacted with massive force. Exterior anchor cable system buckling, facility sinking, collision with seafloor. Breaches detected in Community 7, Leviathan eggs. Immediate specimen destruction protocol initiated. 314 specimens destroyed, 1 specimen unaccounted for, evacuating staff to off-site sanctuaries. Planetary quarantine protocol initiated. Affected individuals may not be on the planet. So it's this event of this base being destroyed that caused the quarantine to go in place. Our contagion profile. This terminal contains extensive data regarding the bacterial infection known as Kahar. Discovery first encountered during routine network expansion in Outer Worlds. Pandemic development. Network error resulted in a routine quarantine procedure failure. Contagion was uploaded to and quickly spread through the core worlds. Confirmed deaths 143 billion individuals. 7 billion people on Earth today. Bacterial mechanism attaches to healthy living cells and mutates the basic genetic structure. Symptoms: Stage 1, gradual immune system failure. Stage 2, green skin lesions and flu-like symptoms. Stage 3, unpredictable alterations to biological structure. Stage 4, complete shutdown of executive function. Emergency steps taken. Core worlds quarantine. Bacterial samples distributed to isolated disease research facilities for vaccine development. Procedure? No. Specimen research data. A catalog of information on the organisms previously contained within the alien facility. Number of entries have been translated. Small herbivore gamma. This entry seems to reference a common peeper. Shows no immunity to infection. Death commonly occurs within 4 days. Shows symptom remission on exposure to enzyme 42, but symptoms quickly reoccur. Shows advanced learning behavior, so some capacity to transmit enzymes to other species. Leviathan embryos. Adult specimen, too large to study in containment. Egg specimen is acquired from nesting site. Embryos show no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. Small samples of eggs have been retained for continued high-priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore theta. Off-site lab established to study remains shows some potential for immunity to infection. Physical remains have so far provided insufficient for full reconstruction. This creature is probably extinct, I suppose. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been designated the Sea Emperor. Among samples from the Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Karar immunity. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth 1.4 kilometers. Problem, because we can only go down to 1.3 right now, I think. Assessment: while it's unlikely that the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described, it may be possible to acquire further data on the aliens' attempts to develop a vaccine. Normal scans that we've been doing. Large ghost ray. The species have adapted to deep sea conditions. Its body is fully protected with translucent skin, and its large wings are capable of generating considerable thrust. Poisonous flesh has common for rays on 4546b. The force rays flesh is inedible, making it one of the more resilient herbivores. Feeding behavior. Feeds on plant matter that settle on the ground deep in sea caverns. Assessment: inedible. We don't get shocked by these. I bet all the rays don't shock you. I've always been avoiding them because I figured they would shock me, because rays in real life do. At least they'll stab you. Gargantuan fossil. Fossil remains of an extinct super predator. Its sheer size would have prohibited it from eating such an enclosed space, suggesting the geography of the planet has shifted around it over time. A true apex predator. They are dated at approximately 3 million years old. Cage measurements suggested the creature was eel-like in structure. Calculations suggest this is only the front third of the specimen. It remains now support a viral mechanism of life. Note: there are a series of precise angular indentations on the ribcage suggesting a third party has taken samples from the specimen at a previous time. Remains of research specimen. Skeletal remains of a vast predator housed within an artificial habitat. The environment constructed to house the specimen suggests it is kept alive in containment for research purposes for months or even years. Organic matter indicates the habitat once supported extensive plant life, though has since decayed. When the facility collapsed, the specimen was either left to die or killed on the spot. Evolution: while it shares some skeletal traits with biter and sand shark, including its distinctive double eye sockets, this fossilized specimen is significantly larger and features unusual forearms rarely seen on aquatic species. The species likely has gone extinct in the past 1,000 years. Its evolutionary relatives have evolved almost beyond recognition. Cage samples. Display case containing an array of ribcage harvested from indigenous life forms. Particular focus on this instance on the vertebrate skeletal structures. While some of these skeletons match organisms encountered on the planet so far, most cannot be matched with confidence, suggesting either they are species out there not yet accounted for, or that they have become extinct since these samples were collected. Sea Dragon skeleton. Intact skeletal structure of Leviathan class predator. Head trauma. There is clear evidence of massive physical trauma to the head. The damage is so severe as likely the cause of death and must have occurred somewhere nearby. Damage is consistent with a high-speed collision with a solid object. Age. Something in the environment has helped to preserve these remains, but the calcium decay suggests an approximate time of death of 1,000 years ago. Bone growth suggests the creature was in the egg-laying stages of its life cycle. This is the Leviathan that broke into the base we were just at. The reason why the plant went into that is that. All red. Let's get some water in us. M for map, but there is no such thing. Let's get acquainted with their surroundings again. I had a little bit of a break, so I don't remember. Actually, I do. Going towards that tree.
Engine powering up.
Turn them back on, so let's just turn them back on automatically.
Ahead slow.
Our best option for these guys.
Rig for silent running.
Hard to avoid this one. Well, if we should go this way first or the other way first, they might be the same thing. Oh, we got like point blank with them. The freakiest looking structures in the game. Eerie looking. Just but change it.
Powering down.
Set power. Goal raise, huh? So deep down now, I'm starting to wonder if we'll see some different things. Infected one. I think the first one we scanned was infected, actually.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online. Engine powering up.
Ghost rays if I can avoid it. Because they had hurt us, but because I don't think they deserve to be hurt. Friendly.
Engine powering down.
Ship out, or the Fister, the prawn. This spin here, just curious what's under the water here. Crystals. Hey, nothing. Type deposit, that'd be nice. getting out. This stuff might not even be caustic as the other stuff. Probably test that actually. Worth finding out. It'll probably be because that's crystal stuff there. Bit of a test run. It's uranite. Oh, I was hoping we'd have a better way to get sulfur. Radioactivize. Let's read our thing. Cove tree. Vast tree encountered in a deep cove and the only one of its kind encountered on the planet. The tree is surrounded by rays grazing on its pink outer leaves. Hardy, fast-growing bark covers the outside of the tree. Minuscule organisms inhabit the notches on the surface. Leviathan eggs. The tree's branches were wrapped around multiple number of maturing eggs belonging to the species designated as Ghost Leviathan. No. Thank you, I don't want any. It appears to be an ancient nesting ground. The eggs were laid when the tree was young, and now the branches protect and grow with them as they await the right conditions to hatch. That thing's a lot more scary now, since there's Ghost Leviathan eggs in it. Fluid. They drink another fluid. Popping some bleach. There. Water. Sand, I need one. There we go. Right.
Engine powering up.
Wee woo, wee woo. Just to go even deeper. Like a smash tree. I think I've seen this before.
Engine powering down.
Like a second one to me, huh? I think there used to be two. One. Oh, but there's nothing for us here. I was trying to grab the ground behind them. I'm keeping on.
Engine powering up.
Alrighty. Go deeper. Like the level of deep that we wouldn't be able to reach beyond this point without the upgrades we just did. It'll only go up to 900 before. Oh, what the fuck? You see that thing get flung? I think I did that. Her face on this view. Like to see our depth and stuff as we continue onward here. Well, not those things.
Engine powering down.
Go scan this thing. As you can see, we're on our way down to hell itself. They're boomerangs and shit. Agmarine. Whoa, that's a warper. I forgot about that warper just being around. Did I? Bastards, these are. Lava larva. Lava larva. Ah. Troublemakers. Let's see. Red Eye, a small herbivorous creature with poor maneuverability, evolved in a high temperature environment. Thermal camouflage. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Deep red and orange coloration vibes the subspecies to blend into volcanic environments and reflect environmental thermal energy, thus rendering it almost invisible to most predators. Thermal vision, delicate light-based eyesight, is impractical at these temperatures, and the red eye has developed thermal vision in its place. The species' volcanic domain, edible plant matter, and potential predators are the coldest entities in range. Assessment: edible, low calorie count. Parasites: lava larva. Grub-like species which appears to lack sight and smell, but its ability to sense and drain thermal energy and electrical energy in its environment. Suction cup, capable of attaching to smooth surfaces and generating high pressure suction. The release of it comes under sufficient strain. Torso, thick scales protect from extreme temperatures. The lava larva lacks traditional digestive system and instead powers its internal processes directly from the energy it consumes. Behavior, attracted to energy sources of all kinds, draws energy from its prey to survive. Assessment, avoid while piloting vehicles, remove to conserve batteries. Didn't get anything for the boomerang. What? Did I get teleported out? What happened? What? Game is not right, because I'm still in. Fuck, I got kicked out of the ship, but I still have gravity. No! I don't think a warper transported me. I don't think they can just transport you off the thing. Get kyanite so we can build the thermal generator, otherwise the things will just keep taking our energy.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
What the fuck? They're going weird, dude. Isn't giving me the audio cues of monsters. Teleported outside the ship, even though I didn't hear a warper teleport me.
Engine powering up.
Start hemorrhaging power unless we can get the thermal generator thing. But that might just be another way up, though. Things. Fuck over my energy supply, and we don't have infinite energy anymore. Hit this. Fuck off. Of a zone. Scary, nice and hot. Things draining our power that I wish they wouldn't. Probably not kyanite, but stop for a minute and I think up ahead is super scary territory, though. I think this is where Dragon might be. That guy here too.
Engine powering down.
It's too hot. Hopefully it won't be. Of course, a dive suit. Oh crap, that wants to kill me though. Warpers while looking. Truck. The lava lizard carefully. I'm gonna go to like the middle of the ship this time, so that'll help me get not teleported. Fauna, carnivores, lava lizard. Medium-sized predator adapted for life in volcanic regions, remarkably able to spit molten rock at its foes. Four-mounted mandibles designed to do maximum damage to prey. Sharp internal teeth tear through flesh and bone alike. Scar tissue. Likely due to regular exposure to magma, lava lizards build up a thick layer of scar tissue over time, which enables them to withstand over greater temperatures inside and out. To both defend itself, burying its body in magma, and go on the offensive by spitting molten rock at its foes. Void, and especially in the presence of lava flow. Things are pretty dangerous to our ship. We need to go forward with just the prawn suit, find kyanite, bring it back. Don't have to worry about energy for a bit. God, there's warpers everywhere. Yeah, a lava ray though. No lava ray loads. Oh, thank you. Hear it? Thank you. About because you might have to. Ah, shit. Everywhere it's gonna be hot. Here, we found it. Hey, blue heat-resistant crystal. Oh yeah, we're out of time for this video though. I hope y'all enjoyed and have a good day.